today is the 5th of December, 2022. Yes, it is 20 days to Christmas. I hope you're getting the vibe. I know that it's been really tough. The economy is harsh. Everything seems to be going up, up, up. But we're Nigerians, we're resilient, and I hope you've been doing everything to at least have a good time when the holidays period begin. Anyway, if this is the first time you're seeing this video, this is the review where we bring you headlines across newspapers around Nigeria and we get to talk about those headlines right here on the show. You are also a part of this. How are you part of it? You just drop your comments and reactions on the comment section. That's how you get to be part of the program. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so, click on the subscribe key. Do that right now. We're waiting for you. Do that and also turn on your notification key. If you're wondering who this is Mr. Victor Sioko. Yes,
Thank you,
he is
sir.
our current affairs analyst, and every other day we come here to analyze the headlines together. You're welcome again.
Thank you, sir.
How was your weekend, by the way?
Man, stressful. That's why you see this morning I'm still yawning.
Abi.
Yes.
Yeah, I
yeah,
get it.
but
I get it.
We thank God.
Nigeria,
We thank
Nigeria,
God.
not just Nigeria, man life. That's how I used to put it. Man life. We let it rest.
Exactly.
Until we hit it, we hit goal. We don't go slow on ourselves. We keep doing. But of course, we also mind our health too.
Oh, sure.
Course,
Sure.
no
And you know,
matter-
this our problem too in this side of the world. As a Nigerian, we feel that we are just too strong, especially our men.
Yeah.
We feel that men, we just have to do it. We have to, like Ike Chukwumerije, the son of the former senator and former governor of Anambra State, Chukwumerije. He was saying that when you put a Nigerian in a house where the door has been locked, that he'll find a way to go out through the window. But if the window is locked, you try to go out through the roof. And if the roof is being locked and covered, that he will open the ground and dig the ground until he finds himself out of that place. That's to show you the resilience of we Nigerians.
Yes,
but yeah, at the end of the day, we also need to take care of our health.
Yeah, we have
important.
We have to, both mentally and physically. All right, we're going to go into the papers for today. And we'll begin with this day newspaper for today, the 5th of December, 2022. On this day, we have as headline here, CBN offered 7.33 trillion naira treasury bills in 6 months. That details on page 5 of this day newspaper. Moving on to other headlines here, it says, Adeleke Oyetola set many traps for me. I'm yanking them off. That story you find on page 58 of this day newspaper. Moving on to other headlines, Buhari, we need urgent action plan against terrorism in West Africa. Wants new ECOWAS management to complete ongoing reforms. Flays unconstitutional changes in sub-region. As the main headline on this day here, it says, with poverty, education, health in focus, presidential hopefuls mull solutions at Arise Town Hall. Atiku, I'll remove bottlenecks, wastages in government. Obi, I'm ready to channel subsidy funds to the key sectors. Kwankwaso, ensuring financial autonomy for LGAs. Critical. All right, Mr. Victor, did you, by any chance, watch the town hall meeting?
Yeah, I got a review. Yes,
I didn't have time over the weekend, but I'm sure it was an interesting time.
Yes, it was really an interesting time. And part of the highlight was that Ahmed Bola Tinubu was not present.
Again, once more.
Yeah, again. And, you know, the organizers, Arise TV, and other media partners. Yeah. You know, it wasn't just about Arise. Yeah. And mind you, the faction, the APC side, as in headed by Tinubu and having their spokesperson as Onanuga, came out to say, see, that Arise TV, that they are, in quotes, partial, in quotes, okay? So that they are using their media outlets to bully politicians, okay? And that APC are not ready for that reason because, you know, beforehand they've been inviting Tinubu, and also they've been spelling it out, okay? So somehow it's been on the lips of APC that Arise is anti-APC, okay? And if you check out, even when they were putting out the advert for this program, you find out that they mentioned that they are respectfully, they have respectfully invited Tinubu. Okay, part of the advert was showing, if you can go back a bit, was showing that, okay, they showed the face of Atiku, say that Atiku has granted to come. P2B granted to come. Kwankwaso has granted their permission to come. Then for Tinubu, they now put that, we have respectfully invited him. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you also know that Tinubu had to choose going to the UK over the town hall meeting. Yeah. The UK, because he wants to speak at Chatham House today. Yeah. Today being Monday, and yeah. But in all, you find out that the three candidates that showed up had to use the opportunity to let Nigeria know their ideas. And mind you, we should not vote because of sentiments, like I would say. Yeah. We need to hear from these people what realistic facts, realistic things that they will do if they become president. Okay, so from the detail, you find out that P2B really hammered about education. He also hammered about the subsidy, that with the subsidy money that he'll be able to generate it to better places, just like education. He really hammered on education. He went back to the statistics of Nigeria versus Bangladesh. How Bangladesh have been doing way better than Nigeria, but we were far better ahead of them in terms of revenue and in GDP. Yeah. But come to think, look at what is happening due to failure in leadership. Bangladesh, that have just a little percentage of what we have as a country, they are doing way better than us due to leadership. Then Kwankwaso went a step further, saying that he will, when it comes to education, that he will make sure that teachers are also being taken care of, and the lecturers, that he wants a situation whereby everybody should come together. Let them find a lasting solution to this ASU strike of a thing. Yeah. Okay. Then Atiku. Okay, Kwankwaso also mentioned about the LGA issues. You know, right now we are having issues. We are having talks about the governors eating up funds from the LGA. Okay. Then for Tinubu, Atiku also reacted with the LGA thing, saying that during his own tenure, that he was able to find some lasting solutions with respect to not having bottlenecks. That there are plenty of bottlenecks right now in this government. That now when the government sends monies that are supposed to go directly to the LGAs, they send it through the governors. And that is why you have all these will I say, dipping hands into their budget, as in LGA budgets. And at the end of the day, LGA is the local government chairman are left with nothing. So it was a very insightful town hall meeting yesterday.
Yeah, and I also think we need more of such forums where we'll hear these aspirants speak more about their plans for our country, because, I mean, if we are their employers, we need to interview them. We need to hear them speak about their plans, what they hope to do to this, our organization called Nigeria, that is in dire need of a good leader or good leadership. So please do well to always keep your eyes open and listen to these aspirants as they appear on such programs as this one. Very laudable move by the Arise TV network. We hope to see a proper debate by these aspirants. We haven't seen that yet, but we hope to come up soon.
Yes, and mind you, one special thing with the town hall meeting, you find out that even the Arise presenters were not the ones asking the questions. Yeah. So it was not biased as perceived by the APC. This day, not just about this day and Arise are together, but Punch, the Nation,
the leadership newspaper.
Yeah, they came forward and asked.
They were partners. Yes. So how is it possible that they are all teamed up to, harass a certain party or candidate? I don't think so. Even if that were the case, some of these partners would have pulled out and said, okay, I'm not going to be a part of this and all of that. So I mean, let's be responsible enough to do the right things and at the right time too. I don't know why the APC is not putting out their candidate for Nigerians to actually ask questions about things he could do for us. Maybe they feel the campaigns where he goes out to talk about his plans are enough, but I don't think that's enough. Peter Obi has been everywhere. Churches, mosque, if you give him the chance, he's everywhere. Atiku has been traveling around, talking as much as he can too. So, I mean, what's wrong with
and lastly, it baffles me that intelligent Nigerians seem to not see anything bad with missing these town halls. As in, persons that are APC carrying members and their supporters, they feel like it's a normal thing.
Oh yeah, because Buhari made it through the villa without any of those kind of interviews. He didn't even feature in any of the debates that was arranged prior to his election time. So maybe they have same plan for Tinubu. Maybe it will work for them, maybe not. We don't know, but it is wise for Nigerians to take note of these things. I mean, if you have somebody that is not available even before he gets into office, we wonder what will be the case when he's finally there. There will be too many excuses for him not to show up. I mean, at some point in this government, we had the issue of communication from the president and the people. At times where we need the president to come out and make a statement, even if it's a one-liner, and he was nowhere. It was like that for a very long time. That's why most times I marvel at the fact that towards this end of his administration, he's been very vocal. He talks a lot these days. He goes to occasion. He doesn't even use the speeches most time. So I don't know whether he's now happy to finally leave. So he has nothing to worry about. He comes out to talk. But then those are some of the things we're talking about. Please to note, take note. And then mind you, I hear from a very reliable source here in River State that your PVCs, people that registered for PVCs not too long ago, the PVCs are now ready for pickup. So if you have any of the INEC offices close to you where you are supposed to pick up, please go to that location. I'm sure you'll find your PVCs. So pick them up, begin to get your mind ready for the general elections as we draw closer by the day. All right, we're going to move on to our next paper for today, the 5th of December, and that will be Daily Sun newspaper. And on Daily Sun, as a headline here, we see 2023 presidential debate. Atiku, Kwankwaso, Obi, lock horns. All right, that's on page 27 of the Daily Sun newspaper. That's what we just spoke about. Yeah, so moving on to other headlines, it says 3 perish in Delta road accident. And the main headline here on Daily Sun, Atiku attacks Tinubu over foreign trips, claims APC candidate embarked on journey to dodge TV debate. Okowa, Tambowa, Lamido, others meet Obasanjo. All right, moving on downwards, it says presidency. Why we haven't endorsed any candidate. Igbo Town Unions speaking there. Zenith wins Bank of the Year award. All right. We'll go on to other headlines. It says support efforts to end AIDS. Presidency charges Nigerians. Story on page 28 of the Daily Sun newspaper. All right. I'm just going to leave this one to you, even though the headline here looks like what we've addressed before. That is the debate. But with this one in particular, Atiku is saying Tinubu, is making deliberate attempt to dodge these debates or these town hall meetings where he will be featured. Just like we were saying that, I mean, there's no reasonable excuse not to have showed up in, forums like this one to, speak to Nigerians because they are actually, Nigerians are eager to get a headway. And anybody that can find that headway for them, they're ready to pitch their tent there. So I don't know, does it mean that the APC candidate, is it that he doesn't see importance in this forums where he will speak to Nigerians straight up? Nigerians will have to ask him questions and all of that. Or what do you think is going on?
Okay, personally, I think if it was so important for him, he could have attended, and also attended the Chatham House the event he wants to hold at the Chatham House in the UK. Okay, reason. There's no how the debates would have lasted more than 10 p.m. or let's just say 11 p.m. yesterday.
So he would have been able to make both events.
Yes. So after the 11, you go into the airport, your private jet, and do 6 hours to the UK. Okay. Then you go do your speech. Yeah. Okay. But unfortunately, I don't think he has such a physical strength. I'm sorry, I'm not here to. Yeah. I'm trying to raise the facts.
It's not about you. We see these things every time. Yes. We see, the candidate on TV. We see how he carries himself and all of that. We don't want him to die in the bid of, going round.
But Mr. Abule, I also do not want to say that we have a candidate among all these persons that might do this kind of trip. But let me tell you, if it was very, very important, people like Showuriden will make these trips. So what am I trying to say? We should stop comparing ourselves with the American presidents that they are in their 70s. My brother, Nigeria is in a bigger problem than America.
Yeah.
We need strong leadership. We don't need a leader that tomorrow will be so free that you cannot discharge your duties. You just be in the hospital.
We don't.
Guiding how many millions of persons' lives. And you now be Bulgarian. Bulgarian is in the sense that you don't give a damn about the people. And when you are being questioned about your health, when the people you say that you are serving now ask you questions about your health, you will now be angry or you never even reply them. Yes. So it does not make sense, my brother. It doesn't make sense. Atiku on his own part, well, I will not call him a saint. Will I call him?
No, he's not a saint.
Okay.
He's not a saint. He has his own, shortcomings here and there. But then, the man is doing his part. He's showing up when he has to, when he's available.
Yes.
When he's not around, he sends some representative. Except if they say, "Oh, we don't need representative," but then he's making a lot of effort to be present, as it were. So
now, can I tell you something? This is the ills of our culture in this country. When a man goes old, there's some elements of pride that comes. I'm sorry, but that's the Nigerian factor for you, Mr. Abule. When our leader, not just leaders, just a man in his 70s will now be wanting you to respect or over worship him.
Oh yeah.
Are you getting my point? So that also works. That comes to play in politics. When these elderly politicians, when you question them, they begin to feel angry and they be like, they can only do what they want to do. That who are you to command them? Are you getting that? So I think that is the knowledge, that is the mindset of these our elder politicians. Like the Atikus, I need to mention them here, like the Atikus and the Tinubu. They say, come on. But they've forgotten that half of the population of this country is below 20 years old. Okay, so you don't just because of you are how many are you at the end of the day? How many elders? The fatality rate in the country is too much that if you cross 50, the rope of 50, you are good to go. Are you getting me? The rest are youth and the younger ones out there. So you cannot be serving these people and you will not be Bulgarian for them. Okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yes, I feel they should humble themselves and be more responsible. Yes, because I think if you have a responsible mindset, there are things you don't look away from, and there are things you will not call insults because you want to be responsible, you want to be held, you want to have integrity, you want to do the right thing. So do the right thing. That's what we are hoping for these people to do. All right, let's move on to our last paper for the day. But right before that, we want to take a short break. Once we come back, we're going to take our last paper for the day. You stay tuned. Now that you have registered for your PVC, it doesn't stop there. Ensure you pick up your PVC. Be alert. Join many Nigerians to vote credible leaders that will change the tide of this nation. Do not sell your vote. Remember, this is our future. Your vote is your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
All right, thank you very much for staying with us up to this time. We are back with the headlines here on the newspaper review. My name is William Sabule, and we're going to go right into our last paper for the day, like I told you before the break. And that will be the leadership newspaper. On the leadership here, we see Tinubu speaks at Chatham House today, 7 years after Buhari. That story is on page 7 of the leadership newspaper. We also see here, Imo attack. INEC loses 7th office to arsonist in 4 months. INEC loses 7th office to arsonist in 4 months. That's really sad, though. All right, moving on to other headlines. It says, illegal customs checkpoints frustrating trans-border trade. Shippers speaking. All right. moving downwards, it says, at Arise TV Town Hall, Atiku Obi Kwankwaso denounced poverty rate in Nigeria, identify insecurity as major cause. Roll out plans for education, health sectors. Also, we see here as headline, Qatar 2022, England beat Senegal to set up quarter-final showdown against France. All right, Mr. Victor, let's start with sports. Okay. All right, let's start with sports because, I mean, it's been buzzing. The World Cup has been taking a very magical, unexpected turns here and there. And it's been filled with surprises, I must say. For me, I don't know if other people watching. And just yesterday, I thought the Senegal was a perfect match for England, but unfortunately, my whole expectations were very much bruised when they lost 3-0 to the Three Lions of England. And what do you think about that match, though?
It was so embarrassing.
First half, I thought they were going to really continue at that pace because Senegal matched England, man for man. And they pushed real good. I thought they were going to keep up that energy when the second half resumed. But unfortunately, all of that changed. The moment the first goal hit the net, everything just died down. And then, it was just free fall afterwards.
I think the England team, they were just way better
on
paper, and they were just way better.
They were too good.
They were just too good for them, okay? Unfortunately, to our African brothers, okay, they had to go this way. And then sadly for Mane. Mane will be feeling so sad that
he will just be watching.
Just be wondering, had he been, he was on the pitch and all that.
Maybe he would have been able to motivate the boys.
Even with Mane inside that pitch, man, the English team, they were just so good.
They were too good.
They were just so
Their
good.
energy was top notch. Their attack, defense, they were everywhere. Their goalkeeper, I mean, look at the ball that the keeper saved at the first half. I mean, it was just, you see that they didn't come to play. They came to really move on to the next stage. And I'm glad.
Look at tactically, you know that I was hoping that they will be throwing in crosses from left and right. I mean, the English team.
Yeah.
But they did not, because if you notice, the Senegalese team, their defense line were hefty men.
Yeah.
Okay, and they were so tall, just like Koulibaly and the rest. They were just so tall. So throwing in crosses was not just there. So England brought the ball down.
Yeah.
They brought it down. Look at their first goal that they passed from Bellingham. Bellingham hit Henderson. Oh my God!
No,
come on, they were just.
It was quite an interesting
They
match.
They outran the Senegalese.
They did.
Man.
They did.
And at the time, the Senegalese were panting. You just be wondering, okay, like we always say sometimes that yes, black men are strong. Black men. For football, my brother,
it was a different thing. It was a different thing, and I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the entire game. Football is a game of real entertainment, if I must say, and I really enjoyed watching that match.
And I can't wait for France and England.
Oh man, that will be quite a cracker.
Somebody will cry that day.
I really cannot predict who will be losing because France has a very solid team, same as England. I mean, one of my friends would say that the entire England team are filled up with stars, but it's not enough to be stars. But individually, you could see that yes, they are really working together. So I mean, that's why the results have been really good for them. So I know that for France and England, it will be quite a cracker. I can't wait to see that match. All right, moving on to other headlines here. I just want us to talk about the attacks, the continuous attacks on INEC offices around the country. I know that sometime on the show last week, we spoke about, federal government supporting INEC by beefing up securities around their offices nationwide, but that hasn't been the case. Yet another attack have been carried out on their INEC, on the INEC office somewhere in Olo in Imo State, and it's not a good news at all. And here we see that report. What do you say to these endless attacks?
Mr. Abule, let's face the facts. You find out that the states that are being controlled by APC in the southeast are where you have major attacks on INEC facility.
What could be the
Imo
motive?
State, because I believe that the people out there do not like, as in these miscreants, they are miscreants too. These miscreants are doing it because of the APC in their state. Are you getting me? This is just my own analysis, and I think I'm strong on that, because come to think of it, why is it not happening in Enugu, Abia State, as rampant as it's happening in Ebonyi State, which is controlled by the APC, David Umahi, and Imo State, Okay, so you find out that it does not really make sense that the people out there, even the people, the community themselves, are not even doing so well. How is it that when these things happen, there's nobody to go catch those persons
or stop them?
Okay, so it does not really make sense. And now this is the very, very sensitive period for the election. The beavers are being moved around. That's the biometric verification machines.
And when they destroy these machines, they begin to cause a lot of setbacks in the whole plan. And it's not a good thing for us. We don't have time. We don't have time to be losing, resources for leading up to this election. So, I mean, Nigerians should protect if the federal government is not doing enough, because I expect that by now, with this, alarm that the INEC boss has been raising for some time now, that, our properties have been attacked nationwide, I feel that, offices belonging to INEC should be heavily guarded at this time, leading up to the elections, because they need to protect PVCs. All these PVCs cost a lot of money to produce. If they burn them down, it means that INEC will have to replace them. And we don't have the luxury of time to replace these PVCs before the elections. And so we need to protect what is on ground at the moment. And plus, INEC staff too. We're not talking about only the physical assets of INEC. We're talking about lives too. I mean, government should protect lives and property, so they should protect lives too that are attached to INEC. Because when these boys hit these INEC offices, they don't just attack, or burn down these offices. Staff members that are there are also, brutalized here and there. So we don't need all of that. So government should rise up to its responsibility and protect these facilities, because we really need them to have a credible, free, and fair elections leading up to the 2023. All right, that's all the papers we'll be taking this morning. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you,
Victor.
sir. Thank you,
for
sir.
always making it through. And also to our viewers, I want to thank you especially. You guys are the MVPs. Thank you again for being with us today on the program. Don't forget, we're back here tomorrow with more headlines on the newspaper review. Till then, you stay well and stay safe.